My motivation comes from knowing where I was and having those memories that I have and knowing that other people are out there still hurting. My name's Daniel Hearn, also known as Daniel Unmanageable. I host a live streaming video podcast called Knox Talks, and we center around all things substance use. I craved alcohol long before my first drink. When I was 13, my dad would get angry with me because I was always trying to ask him what vodka tasted like or what rum tasted like. It didn't take long for me to get into the bottle, and the next 16 years, things just kept going downhill and downhill, and I ended up nearly homeless. You know, I had lost my son to the ministry. A bunch of bad things happened. On February 12th, 2017, I made the decision to live a safer way. And I went into detox, I went into treatment, and my life in recovery began. Within 6 or 7 months, I had access to my son again. I built relationships in the recovery community. One day, the idea just came to me, you should start a podcast. And I didn't know how to open a Word document, really. Some time ago, I was talking to a doctor of addictions medicine. He said, Dan, the best way I've seen people overcome substance use challenges is finding a productive and meaningful way to live. And that's what this has done for me.
I'm Daniel Unmanageable, and this is Knox Talks, coming at you from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Having the opportunity to walk with people through their stories, both those who are experienced in sharing their journeys and those who aren't. You know, it's not that I invite them to come and speak. I invite them to come and have a conversation about their lives, and I get to walk with them through that conversation.
You know, it was the worst day of my life, but it was the best day of my life because it was the day that I turned around.
This show is a constant reminder that I need to stay on a positive path, and it gives me an opportunity to work towards something that makes me feel fulfilled. I certainly don't have the motivation every day, but I've come to a place now where this is bringing stability to my family. And that's both beautiful and terrifying. You know, like I almost every day I wake up and I come into this space and I can't believe I get to do this. But it seems that every time I have those really dark days where I wonder, you know, is this all worth it? Those are the days that I'll get a message on Facebook, or I'll get that email, and it'll come from nowhere. Like I didn't say I'm gonna quit, and I'll get a message saying, yeah, don't ever stop. I think the message I want to get across is, I mean, it's one of hope, of course, but it's not one that I want people to think that they have to do it the way that we're talking about. If I achieve anything, it's that I hope that people leave with a sense that they can believe in themselves. One interview I did, it really gave me a newfound respect for what it is that we do here. Donna, my partner, she's been such an integral part of growing this platform and of growing our family. She shared part of her journey on one of our recent live streams.
Everything that I lived for was now gone.
I coped with it just fine during the live stream, and then the next morning when everything was all quiet, I started editing it. It got really difficult for me, but it gave me a newfound respect. Hearing that story and the emotional response I had to that, it really reminded me how powerful story is. Where I want this to go, I want to foster change. I want to continue to foster these productive conversations around substance use challenges and around the solutions to these substance use challenges. I just want to tell the world, you know, there is a safer way out there. Having the opportunity to share my journey, both on my own and with Donna and with my family, and to a larger extent with community. This is not my story, or even Donna and my story. This is ours. This story belongs to community.
Just, Dan, don't get too boisterous.
Good luck with that. I'm gonna definitely get boisterous.